We're going to be looking at the Neo, the new drone from DJI that's out. We're going to look a little bit deeper into some of the settings, giving you like the hands-on real world experience of what it's like, because I've been using this now for a couple of weeks. DJI did send this to me, which is awesome. First drone I've ever got from them, as far as like for products to look at. This is the Fly More combo, which actually they don't have here on Amazon yet. Right now you can just see that they have the 3 battery combo, which might be worth it in and of itself right there, having the extra batteries. But I don't know if I'm not yet sold on needing a controller, because you can control it with your phone, and also you have the on drone buttons here. It's 135 grams, this thing. Even with the battery in it, it is so light. It is very lightweight. Palm takeoff and landing, AI subject tracking, quick shots, multiple control options, 4K, ultra stabilized video, full covered propeller guards. So yeah, looking deeper into this right here. Yeah, you have these propeller guards. It looks like they snap off, so you can take these things off, but it's still, no matter what, it's going to be covered on the bottom here and on the sides. So that will, if you're going to bump it into walls or trees, that will help. So they don't technically have like a gimbal. It's just I believe they call it. It's like a fluid. It's not 2-axis, but it's just kind of like a fluid stabilizer. And then like your 3rd axis is stabilized from the drone, and 4th axis is stabilized from the drone, like when it's flying. We'll get this thing up in the air in a second. Here is the battery compartment right here. So the batteries are very light. It's all like kind of a plastic build. It feels like that's what's going to make it lightweight. Excuse me. All of a sudden I just started coughing. Yeah, so that's what's going to make it lightweight. It's not a cheap plastic feel like this part right here. You'd think this little bit would just snap or something like that. It's pretty strong. On the bottom, you have sensors, so it's going to detect when you're landing it, taking it off. And to power it up, it's quite simple. You just press and hold. So press once and then you hold down. Just like that. It's going to run its little thing. It's going to start up like that. And now you have these modes here. You have, I'm going to cycle through them. Right now it's on follow, but it will actually give you an audible, you'll hear it. Ready?
Droney.
So that one's droney. What that does is it goes outward. So it's going to go like out and up, and then record all the way back, and then also it's going to stop recording and then start recording again its trip back to you. You can also, with the app, we'll look at this, you can adjust that more, and you can set it to go flat, or how far you want it to go, either up or flat, or just like, yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit through the app. But it does save it. Whatever you saved on the app last, that saves it there. There's also some new updates coming out too, I believe, that are going to be voice commands, which is going to be really cool. So that's droning. Switch it back here.
Circle.
And circle is going to do just a big circle around you. So I always like to imagine it like you get to like this mountain peak top, and then you can launch this thing up in circle mode, and it's going to just do a full circle around and then come back to you, and then you catch it in your hand. And again, you can adjust that more in the app. It would be nice to be able to like maybe double tap on each thing so that you could set it to different. So it's like on circle right now, and I could double tap it and be like 2 meters, 4 meters, 10 meters. You set it that way, or triple tap for flat, low, high. That way you definitely don't need the phone at all. But actually, let's just for fun, let's see what happens if I double tap.
Rocket.
Oh, never mind. Okay. That'd be a really cool one though. All right, so yeah, the next one here is a rocket. And rocket is going to shoot straight up into the air. And you can set the height again on your phone. And also if you want it to rotate or just go straight up, that way you can get the shot from straight up above you and then it comes right back down. Again, just recording on its way up and then it starts a new recording session on the way down.
Spotlight.
A spotlight is like, think of this as a tripod. So in spotlight mode, I could just turn it on and it will sit right here. And then I can move. It will track me around, but it will stay in that one spot the whole time, which is really cool. So instead of like follow where it comes out, it just stays in spotlight. So it's just going to be like a tripod that moves, that tracks you. And then you have
Direction track.
direction track. And with direction track, it actually works with, no matter, like if you're going that way, it'll actually back up. But then if you turn around and go the other way, it'll follow you. So you can go towards it and it will, like if you're hiking or something and you want this cool shot of you walking, it'll actually stay behind you. I've even done it. We'll look at some of the footage. I did it with I was on a scooter and it was actually moving back really fast. So it's very smart. It's got really good active track built into it, which is nice. And then back to the first one, which is follow. And follow is exactly what that is. It's follow. Now to show you how simple this is, I can't remember what level I had this on before, if I've left this on low, but we'll see. So if you hold it down just for a little bit, it actually tells you what setting it's on.
Medium. Follow. 3.
And then you can cancel it by pressing again. So it's medium follow. Let's just see. Let's fly in here, see what happens.
Medium. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
So that was, yeah, I had it on low, so it can follow low, flat, or high. That was low. That's why when it came off the desk, it actually went down low, which was so cool. That means it was detecting the fact that there was a desk here. And it's very smart. It is very smart, and it does a really good job following. So you can get some really epic shots for that. All right. Yeah, the battery. So looking at the battery thing, you have your battery charger. Looks just like, it's classic DJI. And you have 2 batteries that you can get, and you can also put your battery that comes with it in here for the third one, and you can charge them all that way. Okay, so with this, as you can see, that's me right here. It's live. And you have your follow mode. And you, with follow mode, well, it shows you the different modes you can jump through, which we've seen on there. So follow, it's called Droney, circle, rocket, spotlight, and direction track. And then at the top one, you have manual control. So with manual control, you can take this thing off and then you can fly it just like this.
Takeoff.
And then I can fly it. Go forward. Turn around. There I am right there. Go up and down, left, right. And let's go back here. I gotta go land.
Landing.
Just like that. So that's pretty cool. Like, I really like that, to be able to control that with your phone so easily. If you have any questions right now, if anybody's chatting, just hang tight. I'll address them in a second. Just, I'm using my phone to do this. So to adjust the camera tilt, you do that on the screen right here. And yeah, you have battery status, You have your Wi-Fi connectivity. And here's where we get a little bit deeper to it. You could also even enable audio too. So it'll record the microphone on your camera, sorry, on your phone. So when you're flying it, you could be talking, and that's a really cool setting. I like that a lot. You can switch it to photo mode, just like that, take photos. All right, and then the next part about this is we go into settings. So first off, your camera settings, you have 4K, 30 frames per second, 1080p up to 60 frames per second. Not ideal, but for what you're getting out of this, I think that that's more than optimal. Like, I think that's a good deal there. There's only one color profile, so I'm imagining they're going to update that with a firmware update to have more profiles, or to add them in. You also have encoding format H.264 or H.265, and some people like this, some people don't. It has built-in storage, so no SD card. You have 22 gigabytes of storage. That can be very annoying to some people because they like to have multiple cards and go out and get footage and then change their card. However, like, it's really easy to transfer this footage to your phone. It's also even easier to transfer it to your computer. Just like you plug this thing in to your computer with the USB-C that's on the back right there, and it shows up like a hard drive, and you can just take the footage off just like that. I like that. I can see how it could be cool to have both options, but I like not having to worry about it. That's my favorite thing, is not going, I forgot an SD card. I've done that before. I've taken a drone out and I forgot to bring the SD card for it, and like, it's nice to have all of that. All right, going back into the settings here. And again, I'll look at your comments here in a second once I get off the app. Excuse me. You can go into follow mode here, and it gives you an example of what's going on. And you can see down here, there's the adjustments. So if you want to follow close, which is like a half body shot, medium, which is a full body shot, or far, which is also full body, but which is more. And then you can follow low, so it'll follow from low to the ground, like it'll be below your waist and your camera faces upward, or flat, where it's at head level, camera's at your eye level. And then high, which is above your head, camera faces downward. And I don't know why you have a camera mode there, but let's go back. So yeah, it's good to set those up, and then whatever you set it up as now, it will actually stay there. So when you go back into that mode, it will be at far and high for this one that I've selected. So you can see, yeah, you have the example right there. So it'll follow you, and it actually does really good. I'll show you some examples of how it follows, like through the trees and all of that. Testing it out, I thought it was going to be disastrous, but it was perfect. Droning, you can go up. This is where it gives you the example. Yeah, it kind of goes out, comes back, and also I have to say, like, it comes back to where your hand is, give or take a few feet. So in my opinion, if you're gonna do this over water, or you're at the edge of a cliff, I would say start it further back from the edge and then let it go out. Otherwise, if it comes back to you and it's just a little bit further out from reach and it starts to land by itself, that could be bad news. But I think it's awesome that you can bring out your phone and you can fly it manually if you need to. And speaking of manually, let me go back to follow and tell you something really quick about follow. When you're actually flying it in follow and you have your phone right here, you can adjust it because it'll show that it's tracking you, and you can adjust, you can manually control it and put it at a different spot. So if you want it like in a more precise spot to follow you, you can actually do that through the phone app. All right. So with droning, you can go up and out. You could say it shows that you could just go out flat, like straight flat, or you can rise up with a max distance of 2 meters to 10 meters. That's like 33 feet. And circle, you can adjust that circle that goes around you from 2 meters to 20 meters. So that's like 60 feet out. It can go all the way around you. That'd be great on top of a mountain. I'm definitely going to give that a try. Rocket, you can shoot up straight in the air like this. You can go from 4 meters to 10 meters or 33 feet. And you can have it rotate. It does one full rotation, or you can just have it go just straight up. Spotlight is where it just hovers in place, and there's not really anything you can adjust with that. It doesn't really matter because you can walk away from it. It still tracks you. You can go all around. And with custom, this is that direction track, or you can do a helix. So it'll kind of go up and around like in a, not in an exact circle. It's more of like a helix, I guess is the best way to say it, or boomerang. So that actually do like this cool like trick shot where it goes around in a boomerang and comes back. Or direction track, where I said direction track, it will follow you where you can be walking towards the drone and it will go backwards from you. And that what in the direction track here, you can set that for a close distance, medium or far, also low, flat or high. And yeah, so you can do a little bit with that. It'd be interesting to see it, you know, as they have this for a while, to see if they add things to this. And again, sorry, if you're asking questions, I will check that here in 1 second. You can do calibrations and change your Wi-Fi name of the device if you want to. So some examples here. Let me get you one where I'm following this one right here. It's follow mode. Like you set it up to follow you and then it starts recording immediately as well. It's pretty cool. Like, look at that. That's such a cool, what a cool thing. It gets crazier. So here I go on a scooter. You know, I go fast at some points because I'm like, this thing is just keeping up with me all the time. Let's go a little bit further here. So then I decide, hey, let's just go through the trees off the beaten path. And it goes through no problem. And then I start speeding out a little bit. I'm just like, let's go. And it keeps up. It's doing it. So this is follow mode. I think it's might be 6 meters away. And it's on high. And then I change it to low because I want to see what that looks like. Oh no, this is direction track. So now I'm gonna go towards it, and it's gonna stay behind. It's gonna stay in front of me, which is awesome. Look at that. And this is also high. I could have had it on low or medium. And this was also close as well. So that's cool. Then I set it on low. I wanted to see what low did. Excuse me. So this is low in follow mode. Move it off to this side here. This is where it gets really, really cool. So I do a U-turn. Still follows. And then I go through the trees on a path, but still. I had to keep looking back because I did not believe this was going to work. I didn't think it was going to work, and it worked. But with all those propeller guards and stuff, I wasn't worried about it hitting a tree or something. It would have been fine. It's so light. It wouldn't do a lot of damage if it went, fell to the ground, but watch. So then right here, I was like, it's going to hit a railing probably. Nope. And then especially here, I was like, it's probably just going to cut across as I turn. Nope. I was like, look at my face. I'm like, really? Really? So that was surprising to me. Some of the other modes really quick while we go through this. So this is me. Let's see. This is me. It's in follow mode, but I'm also controlling it manually on the computer. It's on the phone. Sorry. Hold on, one of these. Like that. So I can do follow mode, but then I can go up high in case you're wondering if you could get like a bird's eye shot. So I'm moving that manually on the app as you see the phone in my hand. So now it's following me that way. I love that. That's so cool. Cut my foot on the rock on that video. That wasn't fun. Yeah, and you can just manually fly it out as well from the phone without needing the controller. So I definitely, I will be getting my hands on one of the other controllers that's like small, like an FPV. So this is where it goes up. Let's see, this is the circle one. Does a complete circle. That is so cool. What a cool camera. So that's some of the footage. Just wanted to, whoops, sorry. How do I get rid of that? Yeah, there we go. That is some of the footage right there. That's what it looks like. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks again, and I'll see you in a few days.